Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today. We are taking a look at the month of November for Scorpio, so wherever you happen to have a Scorpio in your birth chart, or if you're just wanting to check in on a Scorpio, hello and welcome. So happy to have you here, and I want to wish a big happy birthday to any of my November born Scorpios that may be watching. I hope you have a wonderful month. What are you thankful for? Where can you show more gratitude? All right, it is a number 14, gratitude. Find reasons to be grateful for everything in your life. All things are possible with the Infinite Spirit's help and guidance. Be grateful for your family, friends, home, work, and financial blessings. Your only burden is your attitude when things don't go your way. When you decide not to let things get you down, you invite in happier times and more opportunities. The universal law of like attracts like is at play here. Life is constantly changing, so fill yours with gratitude. The affirmation: I am filled with gratitude and live my life in joy. Some good crystals that you can use while you meditate about all the things you have to be grateful and thankful for are iolite, sunstone, and rose quartz. I am filled with gratitude and live my life in joy. Please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. You know, it may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes, so you know that really affects my memory. I can struggle to find my words or even get them out. I do get tongue-tied. I also have tremors, which can make shuffling and gripping onto things a bit of a challenge for me, especially when it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands. You know, whenever that happens, I tend to drop whatever I'm holding, cards included. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I do have to bring the cards a little closer to my face so I can see them properly, you know, so just bear with me, you guys. You know, the messages get out the way that they are meant to eventually, right? Okay. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in the description down below, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, if you would like to purchase something from my wish list, like a card deck or a candle, something for my family, something for my fur babies, or if you would just like to make a donation, that can all be found in that description box down below, so make sure you check that out. Now, before we get into cards, we are going to get a word message from the spirit board. As you can see, there is a ring of words here. That is what Spirit has picked for the month of November. All right, Spirit, November 2025 for Scorpio, a word message. What is it that Scorpio needs to know here? We have past coming in. So, you know, tear that dadgum rear view mirror off, you guys. You know, yes, you can visit the past, but you can't stay there. If you're so focused on the past, then you're not living in the present, and in turn, you're not preparing for the future, right? So the past is only a history lesson. There is nothing more there for you. It is written in stone, and you know, all we can do is learn from the past so we don't keep repeating the same mistakes. So, all right, wow, a big message there, you know. I mean, don't hold on to grudges too is coming through. My grandma was a Scorpion, and boy, could she hold on to a grudge. She could be the only one still alive, and she'd still be holding on to it. Used to crack me up so much. All right, let's get some The Answer is Simple Oracle messages here. Let's get back to basics. Let's make things a little easier on ourselves here. We have a number 58. Give yourself the best. You know, have your cake and eat it too. You know, I don't know why that ever got to be such a bad saying. I mean, it's cake. Come on. I mean, yeah, I know we can overdo if we overeat cake, but it's cake. How can it ever be bad, you know? We have a number 23, give more. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean money or material things. I mean, this squirrel is giving the other squirrel an acorn, you know, being a cheerful giver, you guys, and, you know, things like that. We have a number 1, get over yourself. Ooh, okay. All right, Spirit. What? Wow, Spirit's taking off the gloves. All right, we have a number 25, fill the well. You know, you got to pour back into yourself on a continuous basis. Wow, get over yourself. Okay, if you're holding on to grudges and stuff, get over it. Get over yourself. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on in the love department for you this month of November, Scorpio. This can include yourself, family, friends, significant other, literally anywhere that you have love. So if you're like, hey, Gigi, I really love my job. I really love the people I get to work with, the people I get to interact with. I really love my hobbies. Then guess what? That is all included here as well. We do have feathers. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. So the first person that comes to mind, they blow like a feather in the wind. But Spirit is also saying you may be finding feathers. And in this case, it would be a good thing. You know, that's like a message from your loved ones that have passed on. So if you're finding feathers or even coins, I just saw like pennies. You see a penny, you pick it up, you know, and you know, hey, that's my dad, you know, or something. All right, we have diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. And you know, diamonds are usually an engagement and wedding rings. So perhaps you're deepening your commitment to someone else. Maybe this is the month you're getting married or celebrating an anniversary. You know, for those Scorpio, November born, you know, maybe that's part of the gift you're getting. Hey, we do have nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. You know, my grandma, people thought she was real hard and real tough, and yeah, she was, but she was also very loving. She just didn't choose to show that side of herself to everyone. Not everyone got to see that side of her. We do have pineapple for reconciliation. So if there have been tense situations, maybe you've been not speaking to someone, or they've been not speaking to you, maybe this is a time of, you know, we're going to decide to let this go. Maybe you're getting over yourself in that way in order to reconcile with this person. All right, let's see what's going on in career and finance for you this month of November, Libra. I always like to know what's going on with my money, honey. I'm always like, hey, yo, give me $1 million. You know, like how nice would it be if you woke up tomorrow and there's just $1 million sitting in all your accounts? I'd be like, I manifested that. I sure did. Show me the money. All right, you have a career coming in, so perhaps you're focusing on your career a little bit more. Maybe you're furthering your education or taking on some classes. There is a desk here that could symbolize studying. Perhaps you do have a desk job. There is a quill and an ink pot there. Perhaps you're, signing documents, creating documents, whatever the case may be. Slow down. Ooh, you got this lobster showing up for financial pinch. But on the flip side of that, I'm like, if you got lobster money, if you can afford to buy lobster, if you're not living above your means, then you're not doing too bad for yourself, right? All right, we have the bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. You are creative. You come up with a way. You also have the vine. Seek out information that will help you. So I feel like whatever it is that you don't know, you're gonna figure it out. Like, you're gonna look it up. You're gonna study and figure things out. All right, let's see what's going on in life for you this month of November, Scorpio. Life do be lifing a little too hard sometimes. Your girl here is like, hey, yo, life, why don't you pump your brakes? Use some Vaseline. And life's like, nah, bro, you can handle it. And I'm like, just because I can don't mean I want to, I'd like to coast on easy street just for a little bit. You do have dragon. Beware of self-delusion. Get over yourself. Don't delulu yourself. All right, we have sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Yes, love that. Ooh, we have elephant. My best friend, who is a November-born Scorpio, loves elephants. So shout out to you, Miranda. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. An elephant never forgets, they say. We also have unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Yes, you're being warned of things ahead of time, or you're being shown things ahead of time so you can prepare. All right, let's get some messages from the moon. The moon is all about changes in our lives. The moon herself goes through her changes, her cycles, her phases from new to full. She is beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So let's get some messages from Mama Moon here for Scorpio for the month of November. Scorpio, what do you need to know here? We have a number 36, green corn moon for patience. Ooh, yuck. Like, who has time for that? I literally heard that. Who's got time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, and you have a number 5, waxing crescent 3 for growth coming in. Ooh, and with growth sometimes comes the growing pains. All right, a number 36, green corn moon, patience. And this is the full moon of August. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. The time has come to learn patience and avoid the lure of instant gratification. Slow down. Take your time. That came up already. Things are happening. You just can't see it yet. Be loving and patient with your body. The affirmation, I take my time to enjoy the journey. Companion stone or metal is jade. I take my time to enjoy the journey. All right, this number 5 here. All right, for waxing crescent 3, growth. Reject stagnancy to get unstuck. Take action. The choice to grow should be made. Expect growing pains when making huge changes in your life. Change is a natural part of life and cannot be pushed against forever. Change should have aim and purpose. Be courageous, you will blossom. The affirmation, I choose growth. The companion stone or metal is Sharut. I choose growth. Keep growing. Keep expanding. All right, let's get an Angel Answers Oracle message here for you for the month of November. Scorpio, maybe you have questions, and this is a way for your guides and your angels to connect and give you an answer. We have recovery. So I feel like lots of rest, the need to slow down, you guys, and take your time and let yourself recuperate a little bit. All right, let's get some daily healing messages for you for this month of November, Scorpio. Let's see what else you need to know here. Right, daily healing. All right. We have learned to keep your heart open and soft through the trials of life. Ooh, okay. I love that. And we have make gentleness a habit. Be kind, be gentle with yourself, you know. Give yourself the best, you guys. Give more. Fill your own well. All right, let's get some language of flowers mini deck messages for you for this month of November, Scorpio. Let's pick you some flowers here. All right. And we have Stephanotis, cooperation. Take the hand offered or ask, you guys. So a closed mouth doesn't get fed, you guys. Sometimes you have to ask. We have cactus flower for endurance. Hold on. You can do this. You are not a person that just quits, that just gives up. So I mean, you'll definitely do the 99 tries to get it right. So I love that about you and for you. All right, let's get your bonus. It is going to come from the Animal Tarot. Thank you so much for running them numbers up on last month's reading. Let's see who would like to be Scorpio's spirit animal guide for the month of November. Let's see. November for Scorpio. Spirit animal guide. You have the Three of Summer, the hummingbird. You have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement. You did get that diamond, wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. So a new thing, lots of changes, and you will need to recover. So make sure you're getting plenty of rest. All right, Scorpio, these are your messages. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button, that old thumbs up button down there. Hit it with the razzle dazzle. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with all of you. It really does bring a lot of joy into my life. You know, you are part of the teamwork that makes this dream work. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of you. Scorpio, from the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. And I want to say thank you. Blessed be. Namaste and goodbye.